Welcome to After Dark at the Fixed Ops Roundtable.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Fixed Ops Roundtable's After Dark show. I am here with my co-hosts, Isabella Stevens, Ted Ings, and Allie Peters. And tonight we have a special and familiar guest, Eddie in Service. You often may see him engaging in the comments section or even see him with his large social media presence. So, Eddie, we're so grateful to have you on tonight.
I am too. That was a rocking intro.
Oh, thank you.
You hear all those
You deserve
guitars and yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was great.
Katrina was pretty
great
good
to be here. Hello, everybody.
Good
to see Allie again. She's my hero. And everybody talks about last NADA about how it was bad and there was anybody there. It was a blessing for me because I got to hang out with Allie. You know, we were supposed to meet at a bar for 90 people. And since nobody was there, was only 20 people there, and she was one of them. And when she walked in, all the oxygen goes out of the room because of her big smile. And I was like, that lady's going to be president of the United States someday. Yeah, huge fan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Better pretend to be embarrassed.
That was a special memory. Thank you.
I don't know if you remembered it or not.
Did you know each other before that or no?
No, but in 20 seconds, I felt like I'd known her for 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Allie has that effect on people. She's so sweet.
She does. I was really glad to see her join y'all's crew. When it happened.
Yes. I was glad she accepted, Eddie, and we haven't looked back since. So, Allie, great part of the team, and Allie, and you've got so much retail wisdom and a lot to share with the community. So great to have you.
Yeah, thank you. So for what it's worth, 4 days ago, officially made 14 years in this business. It was my anniversary in the career. Yeah, January 4th. Yeah, 2010. So I'm officially 15 years in for whoever wants to count.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you remember your first day?
I do.
Did you have a name badge waiting on you and access to the computer?
I did. Good. And I will say my company was awesome. And honestly, I'm going to say a little like extra. 4 days later, I met my husband. So I'll take that. That was a beautiful, wonderful. Yeah. I'm really grateful.
You're a lifer.
Wow. Yeah. My loan car manager introduced me. She was in charge of me that day. She took me to lunch and she introduced me to my husband. So here we are.
Oh, lucky guy.
That's great. Yeah,
Eddie, what did they say? 5 years in your lifer? Is that the number?
I think it's less than that. There's people get in it and you're in it forever. I mean, but I'm glad. I mean, I've been in it almost 50 years and 50? I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. I turned 60 yesterday, so give it up.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Eddie.
Happy birthday. Wow.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday. Curtis Gardner in the chat, another fellow Texan.
Yep. He's amazing as well. Aww. I love watching his journey as well. All of your journeys are incredible. I just tune in all the time just to see. I remember the first couple of videos that some of y'all did, and they were a little like mine. You know, you're a little scared and worried, and now y'all are hosting the show, and just it's amazing.
Wow. Thank you.
Katrina, you remember those days, right?
Yep, we all had those first couple of days when you get thrown in front of the camera and you're like, I'm not used to this. This is awkward. This isn't my jam. And then it becomes a second nature. And it's been amazing to really see myself grow truly, and Vanessa and Allie and Isabella as well. I mean, Isabella just kicked it off as a rock star. I mean,
right?
Really did.
Natural.
I had a lot of great people to look up to. So, I mean, I've been watching, obviously, I've said this multiple times. I've watched Katrina and Vanessa for many years. They've always been a big inspiration for me and for many people on campus. So, of course, when I joined the Fixed Ops Roundtable team, I knew I had to hit the ground running. So,
thank you.
And y'all are so good at it. I have to find it. I'm going to post it. But I did a commercial for my dad's business when I was like 22, y'all's age.
What?
I was like Will Ferrell. I didn't know what to do with my hands, and scared, and my voice was, I couldn't believe they aired it. I haven't seen it in like 10 years, but it was so bad.
All right, Mike, I got it.
The great connector is in the house, Mike Stahl from CDK Global. Welcome, our great friend and great colleague also at Northwood University. Eddie, I don't know if you know Mike, but he's
Only from your show.
okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, there we go, Mike. So Mike is a big part of the industry at CDK, and Katrina, he's very involved as an adjunct professor at Northwood as well.
He is. He really is. He leads a fixed operations class at Northwood as an adjunct professor. So he drives a couple of hours to and a couple of hours back every Wednesday to Northwood from Grand Rapids. So he is dedicated. He loves Northwood. He loves young talent. He loves just helping and connecting the students with the best people in the industry. So we love Mike Stoll.
Yeah.
I think when you love the business, and it sounds like he does, you almost can't stand to be away. I work 6 days a week, all my dealerships, and I don't ever put myself on the schedule for Saturdays, but I'm there every Saturday. It's if you love it, it's great. I'm not like Allie where I take off a day during the week to go watch movies and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I have the best day. I'll be there Saturday just to be, everybody knows I'll be there Saturday. But today was a wonderful Allie day.
Good for you.
Good for you, Allie. You deserve it.
Thank
Sean
you.
Kingery in the chat tonight. Sean
Hey,
Kingery, good evening.
Sean.
Sean, give us an update on how you're feeling. Sean was on a couple panels yesterday. He had 102 fever.
Wow.
And he was saying, and he was on a panel and he was texting me. He goes, Ted, he goes, I don't know if I can, make it to the end of the panel. And I said, Sean, you look fine from what I see, but he's a real trooper. So, Sean, give us an update. And, very nice. So, yep.
Good to meet you too, Mike.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
That's awesome.
The best is yet to come. There we
Look at Mike. The best is yet to come. Yep.
Yeah, very good. All right.
That's awesome. So we have a lot coming up with the rest of the month and into the beginning of the year. So NADA on the clock, Ted. This is exciting.
All right. But before we get to NADA, we have our 4-day event, which is coming up right around the corner. It's about 10, 11 days away. It's going to be virtual and it's going to be online, all virtual and online. It's called Fixed Ops Roundtable, the Rock Revolution. Look at all these men. Oh my God. Surrounded, Sarah surrounded, and we've got a who's who, 175 speakers, 52 panels over 4 days, and fixedopsroundtable.com. All the tickets are complimentary. You can get one now. Katrina, we started with the enterprise signups this week, and a couple organizations have signed up all their managers, service, and parts. We had one today that signed up 26, another one that had 33 managers come in board. So it's growing fast and picking up a lot of steam. And
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I saw an advertisement.
It's something else, I'll tell you, to put all this together, and not to be unmatched by the great series that Katrina and Isabella have been working on. The Intern, episode 3 dropped last week, and episodes 4 and 5 are right around the corner, coming up fast. And I can't give you the exact date, Allie, but I know I know 4 and 5 are going to be out before the Rock Revolution event. That I know.
Oh, good.
That's all Colton will tell me.
Okay. Thanks, Colton.
That's exciting. And the Rock Revolution event is at such a good time right before NADA because there's so much to learn and take away from it. And then you go to one of the largest conventions, in-person conventions in automotive retail, and you're prepared, you have these connections, and you're ready to roll. So it's almost like doing your homework, I would say, right, Isabella?
Yeah, always. So a lot of great information and actionable insights that I feel like dealerships can actually start using the next day and start implementing. So really valuable takeaways from it. So
yeah.
One of the big valuable takeaways, Eddie, I've gotten so far is I've learned that search on social media has changed dramatically. Things like SEO are over; they're dead, and now everything is chat. Okay, AI is overtaking traditional search, and traditional search meaning that you go to Google and you type something in, and like 20 things come up, and the first 5 or 6 of them are all sponsored. That's over. Now you go to Katrina, Chat GPT, you type it in, and it comes up with one answer. Okay. And to be on that one answer, you're going to no longer need SEO and keywords. That's all gone. Now it is going to be based on genuine things that you have done to earn that right on social media. And we've learned a lot about it in the last 2 weeks. A couple of the interns have been on learning as well. So it's pretty amazing how it's all changing very rapidly. So
Definitely.
Every 90 days, it's different.
Right.
And so I went to a AI social media summit, and for 3 hours there was an AI attorney there talking about content and what you can make and what you can't, and things like that. But right now, even what we're making tonight, there's AI watching it, and you got to own it. Actually, if you want, you can sell it. It's like 13 cents an hour or something. It's not very much, but at least you would own the content and the company that's paying you that 13 cent. Right now, it's a free for all. So there's 100 of AI companies right now taking our faces and our voice, and they can use it for whatever you want. So I can share that with you, at NADA if you want to talk about that. But that's why I preach content so much, because AI is collecting all this. So in just 18 months, a customer is going to be searching, and AI is going to give them the most of whoever has what out there. So these dealerships that are using social media right now, they're going to be irrelevant. And I've told them that so much, but they still don't, whatever reason it is in this business, we seem like we're 10 years behind. Not us, but a lot of dealers. And there's so many of them that are not on social media.
Yeah.
That's a great perspective, Addie. Truly.
Yeah.
Sean, I have to say, I've never agreed with you on this over the last few years, but I said to Sarah the same thing today. I think Sean Kinger is right. In May, I think we're going to grow in May. So, yeah, I think we're going to go to 5 days. So I think we have no choice. The event is bursting. So it's, I can't get it all into the 4 days now. We're at that point. So
big things coming.
But big things are coming, Miss Katrina. And Eddie, you're so right. Now on AI, you do a search and they'll actually refer you to the dealership. They'll tell you which service advisor to see, which one has the best reviews, the most social media, customers asking for them. And and you have to earn it. It's amazing. And you're exactly right. And you got to be ready for that. Oh.
Yeah. And I didn't know that when I started my journey a few years ago. I think I got lucky, but I don't know if any of us knew how much AI was going to jump into this, and social media. They're saying within 2 years, people won't go to your website to look for a car. They're going to go to, I know Troy. How you doing, Troy?
Hi, Troy.
They're going to go to your TikTok or your YouTube or your Instagram. They're not going to go to your website. So if they're looking for a car, and they're, everybody kind of has their favorite platform. If they're on Facebook, they're going to go look for your dealership on Facebook. They're not going to your website anymore. So these dealers that don't hop on this social media are falling behind every minute.
Now, Eddie, what type of content would you suggest that these service departments start uploading to their social media and creating?
I think well, first, like you guys know, you just have to do it. You just have to start. Everybody wants it to be perfect. They want the right kind of camera and the microphone, and they want to wait till they get a haircut. But you just have to dive in, because just like we were all talking, when you first start out, you're nervous and scared. You eventually get better at it. But I think the most important social media is the one where the customer can see the salesman's faces and start to acknowledge them. So I went to talk to a general manager yesterday. He's liked some of my content. I've liked some of his. We've never met. We've never talked on the phone. And I thought, I'm just going to stop and see him. I was out of town, and I knew he was at this store. So I'm walking through. I know my way around a dealership, so I'm just working away, thinking his office is probably over here. His door's closed. It's glass. He looks annoyed. I tap on the glass, He looks up like, who is that? And he sees my
Mhm.
face. He jumps up. He runs out. He goes, I know who you are. I
Oh my
watch you on social media. He invited me in with a smile on his face. He showed me this microphone that he just bought, and said that he watched, because at my dealership when I was GM, me and my salesman did podcasts every day, daily podcasts that customers could watch. And he wants to start doing that. But had I not been on social media and I tapped on that glass and he didn't know me, he probably would have waved me off or whatever. But social media, I think it's customers trust that person on social media like 84% more than somebody that doesn't have it. So if you're salespeople, advisors too, which advisors aren't real crazy about being on social media, but salesmen, they're born hams, just turn on a camera and they'll jump in front of it. So why not use that talent? Or they could sit around and make cold calls for 5 hours and not get anybody on the phone. So I forced my guys to do lots of social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it paid off. We went through a buy sale. So right before it happened, we had all our advertising cut off. And I mean, we were almost out on an island just floating by ourselves. Had it not been for social media, we wouldn't have sold cars. So people would come in and go, hey, I need to talk to Joe Bob. I just saw him make a video on a brown truck. Where's that at? So,
wow.
Yeah, the stats are all in our favor. 95% of every car shopping experience starts right there. That's almost 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm still blown away that dealerships don't use social media.
Stephen Apostella, great to see you in the chat tonight. A lot of success you're experiencing. We saw you in New York at the World Trade Center back in June. And thank you so much. Yeah, Steve came out, Katrina, and I know we had a chance to see him in person for the first time. That was amazing.
Oh, it was so amazing. Vanessa and I had a wonderful conversation with him, and just such valuable insights and takeaways and really kind words. So
Troy was there, and Sean Kingry was there as well. And that's really where Troy got started with the Fixed Ops Roundtable as well. So it all happened there.
And one day ago, Troy and I got to be in real life together.
I saw the picture. What's going on? He visited you, huh?
He did. We launched Spiffy at one of my stores, so he came to visit me at my store. So that was a really, really wonderful surprise.
I didn't know that. Which store? Can you say which one? Or?
Yeah, Ford. Yeah. So Spiffy, they launched at Ford yesterday. So I'll be one of the dealerships behind it. But it was really, really fun to get to see him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Incredible.
Yay.
And the amazing Angie Piscato in the chat tonight. Angie is the gift that keeps on giving. She is like the engine, right, running this whole thing, Angie. So thank you for all you do. So and here's another great fan I see that is in the chat tonight. Very good.
That's my beautiful mother. So she's always watching. She's always excited. She's learned
She is a
automotive
huge
industry.
cheerleader. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Christine. So thank you for all you do.
So good to see you.
Yeah, she says she was looking for a car today on her phone. So I just
JLR, I got
what
you,
we're
girl.
talking about.
Whenever you're ready. Yeah, we talked about it.
I feel like it's so more common now for people to be going into the dealerships and to already know the exact car they want, all the exact features, the mileage. And so, yeah, I totally agree. I think that nowadays consumers have mass amounts of information at the touch of their hand and, all within 2-3 seconds. So technology is very, very important. Eddie, you're called Eddie in Service, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So where did that idea kind of come from? How are you rolling with it? And did you ever expect it to grow into what it is today?
Well, very good.
No, I really didn't. Being a service manager for so many years, I saw this new generation coming in, and they were really struggling. And I've got 3 daughters. One of them is a Gen Zer, and I was kind of hard on her, for a couple of years, because I'm old school, and I was, rub some dirt in it. You're not working hard enough, and it was. I'm just one of those dads. I want all my daughters to be, president of companies, and I push them pretty hard. And so had several express guys and porters that were Gen Zs. And one day, one of them came in on a Monday, and I always ask him what they did over the weekend. He said, well, me and my mom went looking for an apartment for me. And he's 21. And I said, well, how'd it go? He goes, not good. He goes, probably not going to happen for a while. He goes, you got to make $58,000. You have to have a job for over a year. You have to. And I started thinking, and I say this all the time. I believe that Gen Z has had it harder than any generation since the 40s.
Mhm.
And it snapped at me that day that they can't get a house like they could. I bought a house when I was 19 for $18,000. You know,
Wow.
just you can't do that stuff anymore. They can't afford a car, insurance, phones. They've got it rough. And COVID, you know, and I'm the biggest social media fan you ever meet, but there's a dark side to it as well. Just like dealerships, there's good ones and bad ones. The same with social media. So I think between the negative side of social media, the economy, COVID really hurt them. You know, they had to wear masks, and which hurt me and Allie because we like to smile, so it covered our best feature.
It was not my favorite moment.
You know, I saw my other two daughters, you know, that are, you know, vice presidents of companies in Hollywood, and they're just monsters. And my Gen Zers, quiet, reserved, and you could just tell that they had a hard time. And I came home that day after talking to that young tech, and I told my wife, I think I've been too hard on our youngest daughter. She's like, oh, thank God. So I went and apologized. I said, listen, you know, we're going to get this out of, I've probably been too hard on you. What can I do to talk to this new generation? Because I was keeping track. I only saw one Gen Zer every 90 days bring their own vehicle in for maintenance.
Oh,
They're 26 years old, and their mom is still having to take off lunch to bring their kid's truck in to get an oil change on it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, how can I talk to them? I've got almost 50 years of car knowledge. I believe dealerships are a great place and great things can happen at dealerships, but a lot of the stigmatism is that it doesn't. And I'm out to prove them wrong. So I've had LinkedIn for 17 years, but I had nothing else. I've never had a Facebook, wouldn't get on TikTok for $1 million. And I just dove all in, sent myself to YouTube school, and I just gone to vid summits and video classes, and doors started opening. I mean, I didn't even know it was happening. So people started calling me for sponsorships and to talk. And then I started a podcast where I do one almost every Saturday at a dealership. And then that opens up some doors. So I just, you know, social media took me on a journey instead of me taking it on a journey. And there's people that'll text me, hey, I'm moving to Texas and I need a job, you know, because they saw a TikTok or a LinkedIn or something like that. So, yeah, it started out with me trying to communicate with Gen Z, and it's turned into something completely different. And the Eddie and service part of it was meant for customers, and then there's another side that was meant for technicians and kind of the behind the doors kind of thing. So I thought I'm going to pull back the curtains on the dealership world and let customers see the great things that can happen at dealerships.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Love it.
What a great story.
Yeah, love
and
that.
I could talk for another 6 hours, so I'll shut up.
Yeah, you and me, we could go for a while, right?
Yes. Your turn.
I love that, though. I mean, just thinking about the transition between the bridge of our clients to the people we're responsible for, and talking about that, right, as Eddie in service. I think that's so special because often I don't think people really spend the time to talk about the people they're responsible for in our world, in our team, you know, that are taking, like, we all talk about customers. Customers are important, but it's really like that deeper dive, like who do we have on our team that are taking care of our customers? And I love that. Like you were talking about, just the people on our team.
I'm still in shock, though. I've probably been to 35 dealerships in the last 6 weeks, I think. And with all our AI and all our training and everything, I'm still seeing employees walk past customers without saying hi. I see it, you know, at great dealerships. And I hope I've never done it. I probably have just been thinking and, you know, busy going somewhere else. But I'll see a customer standing on the service drive and a porter walks by and doesn't say anything. Then the sales guy walks by and doesn't say anything, and the customer's just watching them, you know, walk by. I think with all our technology, the bare basics, say hello. I always call it the 5-foot rule.
Yes.
But, yeah.
And I think that is something that us as Gen Z have kind of picked up on. Like you mentioned before, I do think being isolated in your home for a year and, not being able to see your family, I think that really did affect a lot of Gen Z's social interactions. Obviously not too bad. Me and Katrina, we still talk to people, but I still find myself almost not wanting to interrupt anyone. Like people are just standing there minding their own business, and sometimes you get that feeling of like, oh well, I don't want to bother them, but I feel like it's starting to become a trait. Like I've told myself, you need to acknowledge the people that are around you. They're people, they live their daily lives, at least say hi, know their name. So yeah, I totally agree.
Human element's still the most important, I believe.
Yeah. And I think it's so easy, you walking down the road and you see so many people on their phone, you know, so it's a very important thing that I think a lot of our youth, especially with the rise in technology, are just going to have to learn how to talk to people, learn how to interact, not on a screen to screen. So.
Yeah. And I think you're so right. There's this, he's going to be mad at me if I say this, but there's this one salesperson that works on my team. And I have never in the 10 months I've been back seen him not looking at his phone while he's walking. So maybe he's looking at, cars to sell. Maybe he's talking to people he's trying to sell cars to.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But I'm like, what? Look around. There's a whole world around you. And all he does is this. And I'm like, gosh, because to your point, there's this balance, right? Like there's so much on your phone that's important, but also like be aware of your surroundings. And I don't know that it's generational necessarily. I just think it's, the world we live in, the technology that brings us, but
it is.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know that I've seen him without looking at his phone in the time.
I think all of you would be shocked. You should check your phone. I checked mine today, but the average American looks at their phone 5 hours and 20 minutes a day. And I told that to a GM about 2 weeks ago. He was like, that's bull. I don't believe that. I said, pull your phone out. Yeah. He looks at his 6 hours and 30 minutes a day. And before I came on here, I checked mine. My average is 4:59, almost 5 hours a day.
I check mine.
Yeah, it'll scare you.
How about that?
So that's another reason I tell my dealerships, be on social media. Your customers are looking at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with the algorithm, Isabella was talking about earlier, but the algorithm is getting smarter and smarter and smarter. I could get all of your phones right now and tell you which football team you like, what's your favorite color, what kind of car, what kind of movies you like to watch. Your personality is on here, whether you like it or not. And it knows you better than yourself. It's going to send you stuff that you don't even want to see. But it knows. I had I didn't give this GM a chance the other day to give him my spiel yet. And he was telling me, he goes, man, a neighbor of mine called and said, hey, do you sell Armadas? And I was like, no, sorry, I don't. And he goes, 10 minutes later, I got a social media ad for an Armada. He goes, they're $100,000 now. And he's a GM of another brand. Yeah. But I was like, so it just came out of his mouth. And a little bit later, he gets that on his phone. So, whatever dealership sent that to his phone did a good job. So
good job.
The algorithm is getting really, really strong.
Yeah. And you can even, we talked about it a little bit in our classes, but you can even send advertisements to people's phones when you see that they're in a certain aisle of a grocery store, and that's where your product is. Or now you have airports where, these terminals, the screens can tell when you're walking up to it. And then next thing you know, it says, hey, Isabella, check out this product. So it's getting very...
they do it with digital billboards too now. They're tracking what somebody's seen. They go by and they see a Coach purse up on the... Wait, I was just talking about that. Yeah.
Eddie, you don't suppose any companies will be doing that at NADA, do you?
Oh, no. I hope they are.
Yeah, I'm excited for NADA. It'll be good. We have a lot going on with Roundtable. We were talking a little bit about it in the green room from our live stage, where anyone can sign up for interviews for different time slots that work for you. And also we'll be doing some on-the-go mobile interviews with Vanessa and I. So.
Katrina, I told Isabella earlier, I said, Isabella, we're running out out of time slots, right? That Wednesday is almost booked.
It's crazy. I mean, once it got out there, the sign-up link, boom, booked.
Yeah.
So it's good. We have a lot of great people that we're excited to interact with in person and get on camera. So it'll be good.
I love it.
Yeah.
And we'll see Eddie in service. Isabella, reach out to Eddie. Let's get Eddie booked and let's get him on the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Of course.
It'll be a lot of fun in person. Eddie in person, right? So with all of us. So that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it will be.
Eddie, what's next? What are you working on now? And what's ahead for you? What's next?
So I have a friend that owns a company called Filmica, and he's been doing Spanish social media for 11 years.
Wow.
And I hired him several years ago to do a tire campaign, and my tire sales went up 1,400%. I
Wow.
found out within 2 or 3 days that I wasn't ready to be in the tire business, and I believe that tires are the number one reason that customers. That's not what I believe; it's the truth.
Defect.
Customers leave a dealership because they don't know you sell tires.
Mhm.
So it's the biggest retention tool we have, and
not
a lot of dealerships don't take it serious.
Exactly.
So anyway, he and I've been talking. He'd like to get into the general market side of it. So I took a few months off, and I'm helping him go to dealerships and talk to the general market about the importance of social media. So we manage it from production all the way to posting it wherever you want it. We post every day. We do images and video, and we can do it in Spanish as well. So we're having a blast with it. And I miss already. I thought I'll take some time off over the holidays. But I miss being in the dealership, the day-to-day, working 6 days a week, 10, 12 hours a day. It's my jam.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
So the Eddie and service part of it, I have podcasts usually on Saturdays, and you can watch any of them on all my social media feeds. And it's where I interview service managers and some GMs, and we talk about what customers can do to set themselves up for success. Don't just depend on the dealership. That's what you see behind me, the Be Nice. I'm always telling customers to be nice. You know, they have a hard time. Their car didn't start. They're going to have to get a babysitter. They're going to have to spend some money. They're upset when they come in. But if they're at least as nice as they can be, the advisor will want to help them even more. Because if you come in yelling and screaming, they're going to want to fix the one thing you came in for and hope that you leave and never come back. We let them know to make sure they put gas in their car before they come in. That'll make them successful. Clean their car out. You'd be surprised how many people bring their car in. We find out the noise they're hearing is a water bottle sliding under the seat. You know,
Yep.
there's just a lot of things like that. We had one, it's been about 2 years ago, and he was a smoker, and his sensors weren't working on the windshield, and we just cleaned the windshield and it fixed it. So, you know, I tell people, keep your car clean. You know, that has a lot to do with your success of taking care of your car. So, yeah, those are some of the tips we give away on that podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Eddie in service. We can find you on what platforms?
All of them. Eddie in service, TikTok, YouTube.
Oh, you're on
LinkedIn.
TikTok now. Okay, just making sure.
I am. Yeah.
All right, good. All right.
Good. All
All
right.
right, love it. All right, Eddie. We'll see more of Eddie, and look forward to seeing you in person, Eddie, in Las Vegas. So,
Yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it won't snow like last year.
Man, hopefully it won't snow.
No, that was wild, right? Orleans
Yeah, it
was
was.
wild.
But Allie, I'll tell you this though, it worked out pretty good for the Fixed Ops Roundtable, because for the folks who couldn't get to NADA, guess where they came? They all
came to
to
you.
they came to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. So we had a beautiful event there. It was nice about that, right? So usually the beginning of the event is the heavy part. Now the end of the event, days 3 and 4, were the big part. So
Wow.
it was great. So yeah. Unexpected, right?
Unexpected, right?
That's life, Eddie, right? You never know what's going to happen. So
I met Allie there, so to me it was the best NADA ever.
Oh,
there we go.
oh,
Eddie
I
Campbell,
love
thank you.
that.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on. This was a blast.
Thank
Yep,
you
a lot
for
of fun.
coming, Eddie.
Thank you, Addie. It was great to meet
Everybody,
you.
You
we'll
too.
see you all on Monday night. Isabella Stevens, Allie Peters, Katrina Ness, Vanessa Collins, myself will be back. And we got a lot of a lot of great episodes coming up. So stay with us, everybody. We'll see you soon.
So,
Thank you, Eddie.